Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care.
The ruins of what once was a thriving urban landscape echoed with the distant sounds of struggle. Skyscrapers, now skeletal and crumbling, reached into the overcast sky, casting long shadows over the streets filled with debris. The air, thick with dust and despair, carried a hint of something else, perhaps the remnants of hope that lingered in the hearts of those daring enough to survive. In this forsaken version of Earth, humanity had dwindled to the edges of existence, scavenging for scraps in a world rendered hostile by its own inhabitants. Among the remnants of civilization, Alex moved like a wraith, his determination etched into every line of his rugged face. He navigated the twisted alleys with a calculated grace, his once bright blue eyes now dull with the weight of loss and survival. With each step, he silently cursed the fates that had thrown him into this hellish reality. On this particular day, Alex had set out with a single goal: to find something valuable, something that could elevate him above the chaos, if only for a moment. He was a scavenger, a collector of the past, and yet he yearned for something more, something that evaded him like the fleeting sunlight. As he rummaged through the remnants of a derelict bookstore, the smell of mold and decay filled his nostrils. Old texts, once teeming with dreams and knowledge, lay scattered, their pages torn and riddled with age. He picked up a frayed book, its cover depicting a vibrant world that felt impossibly distant. As he pondered the dreams of the authors buried beneath the dust, a glimmer caught his eye from the corner of the room. There, partially hidden beneath a pile of books, was an intricately designed artifact, smooth and cool to the touch, pulsing with an energy that felt foreign yet exhilarating. Alex's heart raced as he pulled it free, brushing off the dust. The device emitted a soft, purple glow that illuminated the dim room, drawing him in. "What are you?" he whispered, tilting the object in the light. Before he could analyze it further, the artifact erupted into a dazzling array of lights, engulfing him in a luminous haze. Then, in an instant, the world shifted. The air crackled, and Alex found himself trembling, a mixture of excitement and fear racing through him. The lights faded, and in their place stood a figure that stole his breath away. Before him was Lyra, a being unlike anything he had ever witnessed. Her hair cascaded like liquid silver down her back, shimmering in the faint light. Her skin glowed, adorned with ethereal patterns that seemed to dance across her body. Eyes, deep and celestial, regarded him with an intensity that felt both unsettling and inviting. "Welcome, Earthman." Her voice purred, smooth like velvet and laced with an exotic accent that sent shivers down his spine. Alex stood frozen, caught between disbelief and intrigue. What are you?" "I am Lyra of Xylaris," she proclaimed, a teasing smile playing on her lips as she took a step closer, the space around her flickering with energy. "I've come in response to this artifact, a bridge between our worlds and a vessel for desires unspoken." "Desires?" he echoed, the word rolling off his tongue with skepticism. "What do you want?" "I offer you a choice," Lyra replied, her gaze steady and mesmerizing. "Two wishes, Earthman. But first, you must feed my desire." Alex's mind raced. The allure of wishes hung heavy in the air, tantalizing and dangerous. He had learned the hard way that nothing came without a price, and the thrill of this encounter both terrified and enticed him. "What do you mean by feeding your desire?" he asked warily, his instincts on high alert. "It is simple. Understand what it is you truly want. Show me your desire, and I shall grant you your wishes," she answered, her voice dropping into a sultry whisper that sent shivers cascading through him. As he looked into Lyra's luminous eyes, Alex felt a flicker of hope igniting deep within. Perhaps in this moment, he could transcend the mundane and touch the extraordinary. But he also felt a shadow of hesitation. The unknown could be as treacherous as it was thrilling. "What do you desire?" he asked, mirroring her words, a challenge running through his thoughts. Lyra stepped closer, her smile transforming into something more meaningful, her energy enveloping him in a warm embrace. "The same as you, Earthman. Connection, understanding. Together, we might explore not only your world, but the desires that lay buried in the hearts of both our peoples." Alex swallowed hard, his breath hitching. He could feel the weight of the moment settling upon him, and with it, the exhilarating thrill of possibilities. I accept your challenge. The space between them was electric, charged with a heady mixture of anticipation and uncertainty. Alex could feel his heart racing, almost in sync with the pulsating glow of the artifact that had connected their worlds. Lyra's presence was magnetic, pulling him in with an intensity that was both intoxicating and unnerving. "Tell me, Earthman," she purred, her eyes glistening with mischief. "What is it you desire most? What wish would you make if you could have anything?" Alex shifted his weight, grappling with the weight of her question. For so long, he had clung to his survival instincts, focused on each day as a battle against the odds stacked against him. But in that moment, standing before an alien who offered him more than just a wish, he realized his longing had always been about connection. I want to feel alive," he stammered, the truth emerging from the depths of his soul. "I want to experience something beyond this desolation, something meaningful, to know that there's more to life than just surviving." Lyra regarded him intently, her expression thoughtful. "A noble desire," she mused, taking a graceful step closer. "But what does it mean for you, to truly feel alive? Is it adventure? Is it love? Perhaps even exploration?" The way she said the words, each syllable dripping with sensuality, sent sparks coursing through him. Alex fought the urge to step back, feeling vulnerable yet excited. "I guess it's all of that. I want to travel, to see the stars, to be more than just a face in a crowd. I want someone to share it with." Lyra's smile widened, and Alex found himself captivated by the warmth of her gaze. "Then perhaps I can show you how to fulfill that desire, Earthman. The path to your wishes begins with understanding what you seek in a companion." "What do you mean?" Alex asked, curiosity getting the better of him. "Every desire has roots deep within us," she explained, her tone enigmatic. "To truly nourish your wish, you must feed my desire in return. Shall we explore this connection together?" The directness of her suggestion sent a thrill through him. Alex gulped, feeling a mix of excitement and apprehension. The atmosphere crackled with potential, but it felt like stepping into uncharted territory. "What does that entail?" he asked, aware of the vulnerability of laying himself bare before an alien being. Lyra stepped back slightly, her gaze piercing. "It means revealing ourselves, our fears, and our dreams. It means experiencing each other's desires in a way that transcends mere words." Alex nodded slowly, his mind racing. He had ventured into dangerous situations before, but this felt different. This was a new frontier of emotion and intimacy. "Okay," he finally replied, pride and nervousness intertwining. "Let's explore it." "Good," Lyra beamed, and the glow around her intensified, casting a soft light that enveloped them both. "But we must first shed the burdens of our worlds. Let us strip away the walls of our realities, even if just for a moment." In a sudden burst of courage, Alex took a step forward. "I'm ready," a bold statement to make, yet he felt the truth of it in his heart. He wanted to be free from the weight of despair that so often clung to him. With that affirmation, Lyra extended her hand, the air between them tangling with raw energy. "Then let us begin." As their hands met, Alex felt warmth radiate through him, spreading from his fingertips to his core. The connection was intoxicating, a pull that made him feel more alive than he had in years. His surroundings began to blur, the walls of the bookstore fading away as he was transported into a kaleidoscope of colors and sensations. Suddenly, they were no longer within the crumbling walls of civilization, but floating within a vast expanse of stars, galaxies twinkling all around them, an infinite cosmos bursting with possibilities. "This is a reflection of what desire can create," Lyra whispered, her presence beside him as they soared through the cosmos. "A place without boundaries, free of the weight of existence. Here, we can explore who we are and what we truly want." The beauty of the stars overwhelmed him, yet he was acutely aware of Lyra's presence by his side. He turned to her, his heart racing at the proximity of her being. "This is incredible," he breathed, captivated not just by the display of the universe, but by her. "Feel it," she urged, her voice resonating within him. "Feel the freedom, the wonder." "What do you see, Alex?" He closed his eyes, embracing the sensations swirling within him. "I see hope," he spoke, his voice barely above a whisper. "I see things that I didn't think were possible." "Then let it guide you," Lyra encouraged, taking his face in her hands, drawing him closer. The moment stretched, charged with the gravity of their connection. As their gazes locked, Alex's heart thundered in his chest. He felt an undeniable pull toward her, an urge that transcended words. "Lyra," he murmured, his voice thick with emotion, "I want to share this with you." And with those words, he leaned in, closing the distance between them. Lyra met him halfway. Their lips brushed together in a hesitant yet tantalizing kiss, one that ignited a fire within him. It was more than just an exchange of warmth. It was a melding of souls, a union of their unspoken desires. In that moment, in the vast expanse of a universe, Alex knew he had unlocked something profound, a connection that transcended beyond his imagination. Together, they ventured into the depths of their desires, exploring both the light and the dark as they embraced the unknown. The kiss lingered in the air between them, infused with the warmth of their shared emotions and the potential that lay just beyond. As Alex and Lyra pulled away, he opened his eyes, feeling a shift within himself, a fragile hope flickering to life amidst the rubble of his past. "Is this what you sought?" Lyra asked, a hint of mischief dancing in her eye. "Have I fed your desire?" Alex chuckled softly, still dazed from the intensity of their kiss. "It certainly feels like it, but it's also the beginning of something more complex, isn't it?" "Indeed," she replied, her expression shifting to one of seriousness. "Desire is layered, like an intricate tapestry woven from our experiences, our fears, and our hopes. As we explore together, we must be transparent about what we want from each other." Nodding, Alex felt the weight of her words settle around him. "I want to know you, Lyra. All of you. I want to understand the depth of what this connection means." Lyra smiled, her vivid eyes sparkling under the cosmic canvas blanketing them. "Then let us venture deeper into our desires," she said, a challenge in her tone, "to unlock the truths hidden beneath our layers." With a wave of her hand, the stars around them pulsed and shifted, morphing into images that flickered like a forgotten dream. Alex felt himself drawn into these kaleidoscopic visions, each one a fragment of shared experience and emotion, a montage of vivid fragments that told their silent stories. Images cascaded around them, flashes of Alex as a child, joyfully running through a sun-drenched park, moments of fleeting laughter with long-lost friends, the darkness of despair in the aftermath of loss, when he couldn't save those he loved from the collapse of their world. Each memory resonated within him, a poignant reminder of his humanity, interlaced with moments of resilience. Then the images shifted. Lyra stood amidst her own recollections, her home planet swathed in lush, cascading landscapes, brilliant colors blooming in a harmony unseen on Earth. Then the image darkened, revealing the shattering of her once peaceful life when her world faced peril. A wave of compassion washed over Alex, understanding the weight behind her beauty. "It's not just desires that unite us," he murmured, "but our pain too." "Yes," Lyra acknowledged, her voice softening. "Every beautiful desire arises from the void of longing, from what we fear losing or never having." Their eyes locked as they processed the truths laid bare before them, the raw vulnerability uniting them in their shared understanding. Alex felt a surge of courage pulse through his veins. "I want to help you fill that void, Lyra." The warmth in her gaze deepened, and her expression reflected a complex weave of emotions. She stepped closer, her breath mingling with the stardust around them. "To do so, you must confront your own fears as well. Are you ready for that, Alex?" "I am," he replied, his voice firm, steeling himself for the truths to come. "Show me." With an outstretched hand, Lyra began to guide him through a series of images, each one a testament to their hidden fears and desires, a journey through the depths of their souls. One vision turned the cosmos into chaotic storms, swirling clouds representing their anxieties. Alex saw flashes of his past mistakes, moments when he felt powerless, unable to save loved ones from the relentless tide of their world. Lyra, too, revealed moments of turmoil, a stark depiction of her encounters with others from different galaxies who sought to possess her, not understanding her true desires. The isolation and longing for genuine connection ignited a fire within her, one that reflected the isolation Alex felt in his desolate world. Together, they grasped the depth of their fears, but at the heart of each chaotic vision lay a faint glimmer of hope, an unending desire for growth, companionship, and love that echoed like a heartbeat through the vastness of space. "Fear can be paralyzing," Lyra whispered, her voice laced with empathy, "but it can also inspire us to seek and create more. In sharing our fears, we understand our desires more deeply." Understanding drained the tension between them, and Alex felt an overwhelming desire to act upon the bond they had forged. "Then let's nurture what we've discovered." Lyra nodded, her expression serious, yet earnest. "Indeed. But know this, desire can lead to consequences. Our connection has the power to transform us, but could also unveil the complexities of our worlds." "Complexity is what I'm looking for," he replied, stepping closer, his resolve firm. "I want to know all of you, Lyra, not just the beautiful moments, but the chaotic ones too." "Very well," she breathed, stepping even closer, their foreheads almost touching. The pulse of energy enveloped them in a cocoon of warmth, the air growing thick with unspoken promises. "Let us embrace the chaos and create something beautiful together." In that moment, the boundaries of their worlds melted away, and the universe around them faded into nothingness. Together, they shared their vulnerability, their laughter, their hopes, and fears, filling the void that had long lingered in their hearts. As they lost themselves in the depths of each other, passion ignited. Their desires intermingled, creating a symphony of emotion that surged within, both mesmerizing and overwhelming. Together, they began to traverse the uncharted territory of their intimacy, moving toward a union that felt timeless. With every shared kiss, every lingering touch, they began to write their own story, a chapter filled with humor, pain, and passion. It was in that chaos, the desire to connect and understand, that they found a spark of hope in each other, a promise that they could shape their destinies not just as individuals, but as partners. In the aftermath of their shared moments, Alex and Lyra floated in a serene expanse that felt cocooned away from the harsh realities of their worlds. The cosmic canvas sparkled with potential, and the warmth of their connection lingered like an unspoken promise. But even amidst the beauty of starlight, a question hung heavy in the air, the implications of wishes whispered in the back of Alex's mind. He had ventured into the depths of his longing and unveiled truths about himself, but the weight of Lyra's offer beckoned him to a decision. "What will you wish for, Earthman?" Lyra's voice broke through his contemplation, her tone both curious and gentle. "You've tasted the connection we've created. Have you found clarity in your desires?" Alex took a deep breath, considering her words. The visions of his childhood, marred by chaos, but brightened by fleeting moments of joy, swirled in his mind. The laughter, the love of lost friends, and the fervent desire to reclaim what had been taken from him clung to his heart like shadows. "I want to restore what's been lost," he said slowly, his throat tightening at the weight of his wish. "I want to see Earth healed, to bring back the beauty of life that's disappeared. That's what I desire most." Lyra regarded him with an expression that was both somber and knowing. "A powerful wish, but change comes with consequences, Alex. Are you prepared to accept them?" "I've faced enough consequences in my life," he replied, determination igniting in his core. "It can't get worse than this. I want to believe we can make a difference." With a thoughtful nod, Lyra extended her hand, the energy swirling between them intensifying. "Then let us manifest your wish." "Wait," Alex interjected, a chilling apprehension creeping in. What if the change isn't what I expect? What if it's too much?" "The nature of wishes is unpredictable, and desires are complex," Lyra cautioned, her gaze locking with his. "What you seek may not come easily, and the world will adapt to the shift. Be resolute in your choice." He swallowed hard, contemplating the risk, but the image of a verdant planet, filled with life and hope, propelled him forward. "I'm ready," he declared, heart pounding. Lyra smiled faintly, a mix of admiration and apprehension shimmering in her eyes. Then close your eyes and focus on that vision, a reality where Earth flourishes once more. As he obeyed, Alex pictured the world he longed for. Sunlight streaming through green canopies, laughter ringing in the air, humans and nature coexisting in harmony. A future beyond mere survival. Now repeat your wish, she instructed softly. I wish for the restoration of Earth's grace. Alex spoke earnestly, pouring every ounce of hope into his words. I wish to see the beauty of life renewed. In an instant, the cosmos around them pulsed with vibrant colors, a rush of energy engulfing them. The fabric of reality seemed to vibrate as Lyra harnessed his wish, the energy resonating like a powerful wave. Alex felt himself swept into a whirlpool of sensations, a kaleidoscope of emotions enveloping him. He could feel the earth beneath him, hear the echoes of the past and present merging. And then, just as quickly, it all faded away. A breathless moment passed before Alex opened his eyes, heart racing. They stood together in a barren landscape, but something was different. The air felt charged with potential, heavy yet alive. The distant horizon shimmered with the glow of new beginnings, as tendrils of green began creeping through the desolation. Lyra, he gasped, jaw dropping at the sight before him. It's happening. Look. But as he turned to share his excitement with her, the moment froze in time. Lyra's expression turned pained, her eyes wide with uncertainty. What's wrong? He asked, concern flooding through him as realization dawned. Isn't this what we wished for? The wish is manifesting, but it's affecting more than just the environment, she replied, anxiety tinging her tone. The balance between our worlds is delicate, and this shift may attract forces that do not wish for such change. In that instant, a rumbling sound echoed through the air, growing louder as dark clouds formed in the sky above them, swirling ominously. A shadow loomed, a vivid reminder that change could incite chaos. Lyra, we need to. Before he could finish his sentence, a surge of energy shot through the air, casting them backward. Alex landed hard on the ground, the vibrancy of the landscape giving way to chaos as tendrils of darkness appeared, entwining with the light. Alex, Lyra shouted, her own energy flickering as she fought to maintain control over the situation. Hold on to your desire. Focus on the vision. We can't let this consume us. Breathless and panicked, Alex struggled against the storm around them. He was filled with a blend of determination and fear, the consequences of his wish crashing down like the fierce winds that howled through the remnants of his world. I didn't mean for this to happen, he yelled, desperation creeping into his voice. I just wanted to help. I know, Lyra called back, her resolve shining through despite the chaos. But this is the reality of our desires. Change comes at a cost. Together, we can confront it. Gathering strength, Alex focused on the vision of renewal, the thriving life he sought beneath the layers of darkness. We can make it work, Lyra. Let's fight for it. With their shared determination, they stood against the tempest, a beacon of light amidst the swirling shadows. As the energies clashed around them, they began to connect their visions, forging a powerful bond capable of producing the change Alex had wished for. With a burst of energy, the darkness faltered. The earth trembled beneath them, beams of light piercing through the clouds with renewed vigor. They were both unyielding, anchored in their desires. Don't let go, Lyra urged, their hands clasped together tightly as they pushed against the torrent of chaos. With a final, resounding surge, they combined their energies. Two beings, one intention. Together, they birthed a glorious wave of light and existence, chasing away the shadows that threatened to engulf them. As the darkness retreated, Alex felt hope surge within him once more. The landscape transformed, vibrant colors spilling forth, and life began to blossom all around them. The air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers and rich earth, laughter echoing far and wide. But the remnants of chaos still loomed, and Alex realized that change would require vigilance and resilience. Lyra, he breathed, panting but exhilarated. We did it, but we have to stay entwined, keep fighting for this balance. She turned to him, her expression a mixture of awe and apprehension. Yes, Alex, but be prepared. The forces of your desires may come at a cost we cannot foresee. As the landscape continued to flourish around them, a sense of trepidation settled within Alex's heart. The path forward was uncertain, yet they were no longer alone in this journey. They had ignited the spark of change, together. As the vibrant landscape flourished around them, Alex stood breathless in the aftermath of his wish. The once barren earth now blossomed with life. Colorful flowers sprouted from the soil, trees erupted with fresh green leaves, and animals began to reappear, cautiously emerging to explore their renewed environment. Yet, amidst the beauty, a lingering tension thrummed in the air, an unsettled whisper that spoke of the consequences yet to come. "Look," Lyra murmured, her voice tinged with concern as she observed the horizon. "The dark clouds are receding, but something stirs in the distance." Alex squinted toward the edge of the vibrant landscape, where the fading darkness gave way to a horizon dominated by swirling shadows. Shapes began to materialize, dark figures weaving their way through the remnants of chaos, lurking just beyond the boundaries of newfound life. "We must act quickly," Lyra urged, her expression shifting to one of urgency. "The forces that oppose change will instinctively seek to restore balance, and they will come for us." "What do you mean by forces?" Alex asked, adrenaline surging through him. "What should we expect to happen?" "Those who gain power from desolation and despair will resist the restoration you wished for. They won't accept the return of life willingly," Lyra explained, her gaze unwavering. "We must prepare to confront them." With determination ignited within them, Alex and Lyra ventured forth, moving toward the encroaching shadows. The beauty of the landscape surrounded them, but the encroaching darkness created a stark contrast that sent a shiver down Alex's spine. As they drew closer, the shapes became clearer, figures cloaked in shadows, their eyes glinting with malice. Each step brought a wave of tension as the beings gathered around, forming an ominous circle of menace. "Who dares disturb the balance?" A voice boomed from within the darkness, resonating with power that sent vibrations through the air. Alex flinched but held his ground, his heart racing as he spurred up courage. "We've restored the beauty of Earth. This is a place for hope, for life." The shadows shifted, revealing their silhouette, twisted forms, their features obscured yet imposing. "You do not grasp the weight of your wish, Earthman," another voice echoed. "Your meddling will only bring deeper chaos." Lyra stepped forward, her own energy flaring in defiance. "You seek to maintain this world in suffering, thriving off the despair of others. We will not allow you to extinguish this resurgence of life." "You will pay for this defiance," the voice warned, the shadows beginning to swirl ominously. "Feel the wrath of what you've unleashed." A wave of dark energy shot forth, and Alex felt a surge of panic as it rushed toward them. Without thinking, he instinctively reached out and grasped Lyra's hand, their connection igniting an electric current that pulsed between them. "Together," he shouted, his voice resolute even as the shadows loomed larger. "We can fight this." Lyra nodded, determination radiating from her. "Focus on your desire, Alex. Let it guide us." As the tendrils of darkness closed in, they fused their energies, their connection creating a shield of light that radiated outward. The darkness recoiled at first, but the malevolent figures pushed forward, relentless in their pursuit. "Fight for what you believe, Earthman," the shadowy voices hissed as the shadows swirled closer. "You'll find only heartache at the end of your path." In that moment, Alex felt the weight of their challenge. Heartache lingered in his past, the loss of loved ones, the weight of guilt for surviving when others had not. But he realized these shadows were more than just specters of fear. They represented his doubts, his insecurities. "I refuse to let you define my reality," Alex shouted, the glow of their union strengthening as he harnessed the memories of love and connection that had emerged from the shadows. "I choose hope. I choose life." As he spoke, the radiant energy generated from their bond surged, refracting the darkness like sunlight breaking through a storm. The figures hesitated for a moment, their form flickering as they struggled against the light. "Yes, energy of the heart," Lyra amplified, her voice ringing with conviction. "Power lies in desire, unity, and love. Together, we can conquer." The shadows writhed, their forms shaking as they tried to reclaim their dominance. But the brilliant glow of Alex and Lyra pushed against the darkness. With every ounce of conviction they summoned, the shadows began to fracture, splintering and warping until they finally erupted in a cascade of flickering embers. Victory surged through Alex as the shadows dissipated into nothingness, leaving only the brilliant light of their bond. Breathing heavily, he turned to Lyra, exhilarated yet surviving from a struggle they had endured together. Did we really do it?" he whispered, disbelief and wonder threading through his voice. Lyra met his gaze, a blend of pride and relief shining in her eyes. "Yes, but the battle is far from over. Forces will always seek to maintain their power. We must remain vigilant, committed to this journey." "Together," he affirmed, their hands still entwined, feeling the warmth of her energy coursing alongside his. But amidst the victory, Alex felt an inkling of worry. What if they return? What if this isn't the end? Lyra stepped closer, tilting her head slightly as she regarded him. "Then we face them together, as we did today. Your wish ignited a spark of hope, but now we must nurture it. We're bound by our desires, Alex. Embrace that connection." His heart swelled, the allure of their bond shimmering brightly within him. "I won't let fear hold me back anymore. With you, I can face anything." A smile broke across Lyra's face, illuminating her features with an ethereal glow. "Then let us protect our vision for Earth, hand in hand." As they turned to face the burgeoning landscape once more, vibrant colors stretching across the horizon, Alex felt an unwavering sense of purpose. Change had awakened within them. It would require strength, resilience, and love to nurture. Together, they would fight for the world they dreamed of, one filled with connection, beauty, and endless potential, embracing the shadows of the past to forge a radiant future. The landscape around Alex and Lyra thrummed with life, a testament to the wish they had forged together. Vivid colors burst forth from the earth, trees swayed gently as new roots spread into the rich soil, and the air filled with the harmonious sounds of nature reclaiming its place in the world. Yet, amidst the beauty, a reminder lingered, an unyielding specter of past fears and shadows that warned of potential chaos. As they walked hand in hand through the thriving terrain, the sun began to set, casting golden rays that enveloped them in warmth. The horizon glimmered with shades of orange and pink, a canvas of hope painted across the sky. "Look at what we've created," Lyra marveled, glancing around at the vibrant scene. "This is only the beginning, Alex. Our hope can reshape this world, but we must remain vigilant against what lingers." "I know," he replied, feeling the weight of responsibility settle upon his shoulders. "But it's more than just a battle now. I want to nurture this connection we forged, with you and with the world." Lyra's expression softened, and she turned to him with sincerity. "Together, we can guide this resurgence. Embrace your desires, Alex, as a tool for change. Neither of us can fight alone." Alex nodded, the realization dawning on him. Their battle was not just against the shadows of despair, but also for the essence of what they held dear, their connection and the beauty they wished to see thrive. With renewed determination, they set out to explore not only the awakened earth, but the legacy of their bond. They worked tirelessly, planting seeds of life beyond their immediate surroundings and gathering small communities of humans and aliens eager to reshape their destinies. In each encounter, Alex began to share the tales of their journey, of the darkness they had faced and the light they had forged together. Cities began to awaken, drawing more people into the vibrant life blossoming around them. Hope spread like wildfire, igniting a desire for change in even the gravest hearts. But the shadows were not gone. They lingered on the edges of the new world, remnants of the chaos that had once threatened their existence. One evening, as twilight descended, the ominous figures emerged once more, dark shapes pooling from the corners like smoke. The air became charged with uncertainty, and Alex felt his heart race. "Lyra," he said, readying himself for confrontation. "They've come back." Lyra faced the advancing shadows without fear, her resolve unbroken. "We will meet them, together. These foes are remnants of the past. They feed on doubt and fear. What if they find a way to reclaim what we've built?" Alex asked, concern creeping in. They cannot take what is truly ours. Lyra reassured him, grasping his hand firmly. We've created a bond stronger than they could ever comprehend. Trust in that. As the figures descended, their eyes glinting with malice, Alex and Lyra stepped forward side by side. It is time to confront the darkness. Alex shouted, bolstered by Lyra's unyielding presence. The shadows hissed, weaving cruel words designed to incite fear. You foolishly think you've reshaped the balance. We will snuff out this light. But Alex took a deep breath, channeling the memories of everything that had led him here: pain, love, loss, growth. You will never extinguish hope. With their hands clasped tightly, Alex and Lyra unleashed the combined energy of their desires, a blinding wave of brilliance washing over the darkness. The glow surged forward, illuminating their surroundings and casting long shadows that melted beneath the heat of their resolve. The malevolent figures writhed under the brilliance, their forms flickering. This light cannot last, they roared, but Alex felt their power weakening. It will last as long as we fight for it, he declared, his voice resonating with strength, filling the air with purpose. With one final burst of energy, their combined force transformed the essence of darkness into shimmering motes of light that scattered across the realm. The shadows dissolved into nothingness, leaving only echoes of their defeat behind. Breathless from the struggle, Alex and Lyra stood amidst the radiant glow that enveloped them, victorious once more. It is done, Lyra breathed, her voice filled with wonder. But Alex turned to her, a spark of uncertainty flickering within him. What if they return again? What if we find ourselves in this battle once more? Then we shall face them again, she stated firmly, her gaze locking onto his. Together, the world has begun to heal, and we must ensure it continues. He nodded, the weight of her words solidifying his conviction. No longer will we hide from the shadows. This partnership is everything. With the dawn of a new day approaching, Alex felt an overwhelming sense of peace settling within him. As they watched the first rays of sunrise break through the horizon, illuminating the vibrant world around them, he understood that life would be a constant journey, a dance between light and dark. But every twist of the path only deepened their commitment to one another and the world they had rebuilt. Hand in hand, Lyra and Alex took their first steps into the future, bright, bursting with potential, ready to embrace whatever came next. Their hearts intertwined. They would cultivate a new era, not just for themselves, but for every soul looking for connection and light amidst shrinking shadows. United by desire, driven by hope, and bonded by love, they stepped boldly forward into the infinite possibilities of the new dawn.